Oh man, today we got 30 Rich, man. The guy who's made a lot of money out of nothing, man. I've seen this guy come out of jail and go upward, go north, go crazy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
And your name comes up quite a few, man, especially towards me. A lot of people have great things to say about you.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot that a lot of people haven't seen and heard of before. And they, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of people don't know how to do it and want to know how to do it. So, it's only certain few people that you can go to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? To learn from.
Most definitely.
In our
Now, I do
generation.
want to say you are the ultimate hustler, man. Like when it comes to getting a dollar, that's something that you've been knowing how to do for a long time. I do want to talk about that in the beginning. You got a goat in your lap,
Yeah,
and you have a dog.
I'm the young goat, man. I'm the young goat. I just got this goat. I took it to the dog show. It's a market in these animals, bro. Just like this dog, this goat, I probably can sell for $1,000. This dog, I co-owned it for 40,000 already. This is a fluffy French bulldog. A lot of people don't know that you can create, you know what I'm saying, long-term income off fluffy Frenchies and French bulldogs in general and bullies. And I've been doing it for a long time.
That's a $40,000 dog right there.
$40,000 dog simply because the color she is, what she carry, her parents, the personality of her. She's not moving, she's not jumping, she ain't jumped out my lap. She's standing there. It's hard to get a dog to come out like this. You know what I'm saying? And have good temperament. This is a female, and I co-owned her for 40,000. The last female I co-owned was for 80,000. But this one I come on for 40 because it's my kennel partner.
Who got you into dogs?
I've been doing dogs and knowing about dogs since I was a kid, bro. Growing up around my cousin, they been had game dogs or just dogs in general. I used to see them sell dogs for like 100 or two. You know what I'm saying? I used to see them selling dogs and breeding dogs and having different dogs every time I went over to their house. So, when I went back to my mom and them house, they wouldn't let me keep dogs. We had a couple of dogs, but my daddy didn't really, fuck with dogs. So I always knew and wanted dogs. I used to walk around the neighborhood and go hide them behind, a shed in the back of my house. But it was a guy that stayed behind me. He was the first guy I seen with a bully. I used to be in trouble a lot and be on punishment. I was sitting on the curb, looking at the sky every day. I'm in trouble. I can't leave off the front porch. And a bully came by and it looked different than the pit. It was the same color as the pit, but it had more muscle and bone. And I asked him, hey man, how much them dogs go for? And he said 1,500 to 3,000. Back then, it wasn't no dogs going for that much. You know what I'm saying? So I knew once I got old enough to start messing with them dogs, I was gonna do it. So I started studying and learning at a young age. I got me one. I got me some like a Brenda female. Her name was Killer V. I never got no puppies off of her. That's before I learned how to actually do the progesterone and how to actually produce, production off a dog. A lot of people think they can get these dogs and just breed them, but you got to get their levels checked to know when they ovulate. And if they not ovulating, they're not gonna have no puppies.
Man, so because you're the poster guy of the bullies, the dogs. It seems like a lot of the rap game are trying to copy your blueprint.
Yeah, a lot of them trying to copy my blueprint, but they not dog people. They see me selling them and see me breeding them and see me having them, and they want to, be in it for the money. I'm not just in it for the money. I'm actually in it because I love dogs and I know how to do it. I'm more in it to produce quality dogs and show people I know how to produce it and, make a profit off of it. Like I said, a lot of people don't even know how to treat these dogs. They don't know the vitamins to give them, how to keep the weight on them. They don't know where to go to sell their dogs. I've been into dogs and studying dogs and going to dog shows and politicking with big name dog breeders for a while. So, it's rappers doing it, but they don't know what to do. They just think you go buy this dog and it's more to it. You got to know the genetics of the dogs. You got to know what it can produce. You got to know the bloodlines of it. So when you buy the dog, you can actually make a profit off of it. But it's some people that get in just because they like the way they look. A lot of people haven't even seen these dogs or know what this is. But yeah, a lot of them get into it. A lot of them reach out to me. They reach out to me like, hey, what is this? Or, hey, you got this over there that I can buy from you. But if I sold all my dogs, I wouldn't have none. So I done got to the point where I done started letting other people franchise with me and show them how to actually do it. I got franchises in Atlanta, franchises in Louisiana, franchises in Flint, Michigan, franchise in Virginia. I got about 15 different franchises now where I'm showing others how to actually breed these dogs and produce high quality dogs. Cause you can go get a dog, but if you don't go get the right genetics and the right what's in demand, it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah. It's so many people popping up with their own kennels. Like, we just spoke about. What's the number one thing you see people do wrong?
Go buy the wrong dog and think they just can breed it. A lot of these rappers, I see them picking up dogs, but the dogs don't have no quality. They dogs look regular or they don't know how to breed it. So I help people get the right breedings done. You know what I'm saying? I know all the high producing dogs in the United States. You know what I'm saying? I know what bloods click with what, and I have an actual brand and a market for it to where I've proven this. You know what I'm saying?
When did you realize, like, you know what? Like, this rap shit cool, but this dog shit is where I'm gonna be at. Like, when did you realize it was time to transition?
So basically what I was doing was I was breeding them and I was going crazy with the rap. Money laundering had me everywhere. Everybody from around the United States was tapping in to, everything that I had going on. With me already breeding dogs, I had to have some to sell them or some to give them after rap, because rap was only getting me so far. You know what I'm saying? I don't just rap just to rap. Everything I rap about be real and I speak from the heart. So I wasn't consistent enough, you know what I'm saying, to just be rapping. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just going there just making up stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything I rap about is about me or what I'm going through, what I've been through. So when I start making the dogs and breeding the dogs and they was selling, bro, people was tapping in. And like I said, I was already into it and loving it, you know what I'm saying, learning it. So it was like something that I got addicted to, you know what I'm saying? And me producing high quality dogs, that's what really shot me off. I got to selling dogs for $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. And I felt like it don't make sense for me to go out there and risk my life or go out there and go to a show and perform and end up getting shot, or somebody end up getting killed and I end up in jail when I could have been at home breeding dogs and making my money without even being out there. I feel like you can make the same amount of money breeding dogs as rapping. You know what I'm saying? If somebody come give you $20,000, $30,000 for a dog, that's like somebody come and give you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for a feature. Mm-hmm. So it's basically the same thing. It's just a different industry. This is less harmful. It's a lot of rappers going out and getting killed and getting jacked and can't leave. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, you can get this money and it can be wired to your bank account. You got actual millionaires that's in this, or you don't got to worry about going out there and dealing and niggas snatching your chain. You don't got to worry about leaving home. So I feel like when I started doing that, it was over with. And I got to the point where I got so big in it, people started paying me, you know what I'm saying, to see my lifestyle of breeding dogs. So it was more like it chose me, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get out of the hood. I just wanted to get out of, you know what I'm saying, doing what I used to do, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I thought was cool, you know what I'm saying? What I was seeing other people do that didn't really get them nowhere, but dead or in jail. Where I come from, it's not many people that's gonna make no money off no dogs. Not many people that done left their hood. Dog breeding took me on the other side of the world, and I can go anywhere in the world right now and be good. I can land and call one of my kennel partners or somebody that breed dogs in that state, and they gonna make sure I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? So it was like exploring the world and meeting new people. That's what got me into it heavy. Being able to go to California and being at a dog show where everybody cool, you ain't gotta worry about getting shot, you ain't gotta worry about no shootout, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You learn the dog and study the dogs and you learn the market on it and you make money off of it. You can make a living off of it. So it was like, yeah, I can make a living off rap and yeah, I can rap, but what comes behind it? You know what I'm saying? You gotta travel a lot, go to niggas hoods and shoot videos, be all in the clubs. Niggas be roaching, they wanna jack you. I got jury, big jury, you know what I'm saying? I got too much going on to lose myself behind just rap. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people that don't know how to do it. So somebody got to do it. I got to be an example for other people like us to, you know what I'm saying, learn how to make residual income without risking their life or just doing what everybody else do. Everybody want to be a rapper nowadays, bro. So somebody got to do something different.
That's right. Take us through that first time where you sold a dog for like 5,000 or 10,000, and you were like, you didn't believe it. Like take us through that moment in the very beginning where you're trying to get into this dog um shit, and then you do make that big sale.
So look, I had a dog named Miss Baker. She was a brindle. I bred her to a black tribe named Sasso. Me and my partner Lil Leon JJ, we went half on the dog. We bought like 2-3 dogs. I bred her to a dog named Sasso. She produced 9 puppies. I still got their blood to this day, and that was 3 years ago. It's hard to find a dog that produced 9 puppies. Most of these dogs be super micro and super crazy when you're looking for a certain look to where they only have 1 or 2 pups. So she had 9 puppies, and I posted them. I posted a pet. It's Facebook groups and dog groups that you can post your dogs in. You got to know how to politic a network to sell these dogs. But when I actually did it, when I actually sold my half of the litter and got $15,000-$20,000, it was like, man, I just made $20,000 from home just from raising dogs and putting them together. It was a different feeling than going out there and risking my life for rapping a bunch or doing a bunch of shows, or going up, because there's so many people that just want to use you when you hot. Yeah. So it was different me go talk to a bunch of people and it's not getting me nowhere. I'm spending all the money I saved to be here and beat her and go here and try to present myself or to perform. I'm spending $5,000 on the outfit just to go perform. So it was like when I made that and I did that, I took that same money and reinvested into more dogs. And I just kept breeding them and flipping the money. For you know it, I was selling dogs 50, 60, 70 and saving so much money off breeding dogs.
Man. And there's a lot of people who are trying to get into the business like you, but they'll sell a dog or they'll sell a few dogs and then they won't reinvest into their brand like you reinvest.
So you got to be mentally mature to know how to, keep your money. It's so many people that like you said, breed a dog and sell a dog and don't reinvest because they be satisfied with what they got. They don't have a high level of thinking to where, man, I did that one time, I could do it 10 times and make 10 times the amount I made. You know what I'm saying? That's why people pay me to mentor them, or they pay me to join my franchise where I can show them where they can make that flip a couple times other than one time. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up. Now, the IRS is watching, so you don't have to answer. But do you think you made over $1 million with dogs?
Nah, I ain't made over no $1 million in dogs.
What you think you made, with the dogs?
I made money in different ways. It wasn't just dogs, I got merch, you know what I'm saying? I got real estate, I got properties, I done flip houses, I do music. So it was different streams of income. It was like I ain't really just counted how much I made off of it.
Yeah.
I keep going. Everything that I get, I kind of reinvested into something else. So I wouldn't know how much I actually made off dogs. I'll turn around and reinvest it. Like I don't keep just cash. The money the money not going no. It's not getting no what you call it. You're not increasing your amount of money by holding it. So I really wasn't into just holding the money.
Yeah. Saving money doesn't make you rich, man. You got to keep reinvesting.
Exactly.
Reinvesting.
And that's what made me. So many people got into just making money. That's how like all the rappers that came out around the time I came out around here, they not doing much because they didn't know what to do with the money they was getting. But I was raised different. You know what I'm saying? I was brought up and I seen so much growing up. I always knew that I wanted to reinvest my money. I already knew that I was going to be rich before I was 30 rich. You know what I'm saying? So when the money started coming, I instantly had to figure out where to put it to make more money. That's just me. And I kept doing it and kept doing it and kept showing the world. And that's how I got here. You know what I'm saying? You met me a long time ago. You met me 3-4 years ago. When you met me, I had a dog in my hand. And you probably didn't understand what the fuck
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
So it's so many people that don't even know you can make money off this or don't know how. I was already on it. Everything that I do, I be on before people really own it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like that if you call yourself a boss. How you a boss and you ain't making no money off no dogs? How you a boss if you ain't making no money off no birds, reptiles? It's money. Yeah. Different ways to make money. How you a boss and want to be an entrepreneur and you're not investing the money. You just think this trap and this rap is just going to always be here.
Yeah. Because you don't know how much money you made, how lucrative is the dogs though?
What you mean by? Well, I don't even know what lucrative means.
As far as far as like that's cool, it's cool. Like monthly or because I'm trying to give people an idea on how successful you really are. Like I know you don't like popping your shit, but this is Say Cheese. I kind of want you to pop your shit.
Man,
even the goat laughing. See what I'm saying? You gotta pop your shit.
hey, this ain't no. They know this ain't no play.
Is that the
but
goat?
look,
Wait. Is that the goat?
this the goat, young goat.
Is he laughing?
He laughing at you. You heard me? You ain't never seen this before. We gonna give him a lot that they ain't never seen before. So I got 50, 60 dogs, bro. You know, I buy and sell and breed dogs every day. So when litter's dropping, some more puppies going out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it. I got a facility in the back of my property where I keep a bunch of dogs. You know what I'm saying? Well, I did keep, but I got to the point where it was I was spending too much on getting it clean and spending too much on maintenance. And the way I got it, when one of them gets sick, all of them got sick. So I had to keep moving dogs around. Now I got to the point where I let people co-own dogs with me now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't keep so many at home. But I'm selling them. I can sell the dogs every day of the week if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if I sold everything I had, I wouldn't have nothing.
Exactly.
So I can make whatever I want a week. You know what I'm saying? I just got to make the production, or I got to be on the internet finding the dogs that people want. People can DM me and I go find what they want and I make a little something off of it. So it just varies on how I want to do it. I'm so busy with franchising and into the birds and the reptiles and learning new stuff. I'm not really at home like that. So I ain't just into just breeding dogs.
So you really control your own destiny. You can make from 5,000 to 50,000 if you want to.
Yeah. That's amazing, if I wanted to, if I want to stay down and I set my mind on, hey, I want to make this certain amount of money, I'm gonna do it. That's just me. I always been like that.
So 30 Rich, you breed birds as well?
Yeah, they got a sport that been going on for years and years and years that our people don't even know about, or the younger generation don't know about. It's people that actually race pigeons and make millions of dollars off racing pigeons. It's people that host pigeon races and get millions of dollars just off hosting a race. So what they do is they charge people probably $300 to $400, $500 to $600 to enter their race from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? They compete. They charge them to bring their birds and train their birds. Your birds train for about 3 to 4 months, and then they race them. During the training, they take the birds out, they let them fly home, take them out a little further, let them fly home, take them out a little further, and then they do the final race and let them out. You know, people come from China, Belgium. I done met people from Germany. I just went to a race, you know what I'm saying, and met all type of people, and they welcomed me with open arms to their sport because they know they told us it's a dying sport. They've been in tune to my YouTube channel and seeing what we do and how we promote and how we show the world what's going on. They was happy for us to come, you know what I'm saying, and give people insight on what's going on because they said, like I said, they said it's a dying sport. But the racing pigeon is similar to breeding dogs. It's just birds. The racing pigeons breed faster than dogs. See, with a dog, you're only gonna have babies twice a year. Dog only come in heat every 6 months, you know what I'm saying? And then once your dog comes in heat, you got to worry about whelping the puppies. You got to worry about progesterone. You got to worry about C-section. You got to worry about ultrasound. You got to spend a lot of money on your dog to actually have a successful litter. And when you're dealing with exotic dogs and super crazy, like the dogs is going for $200, $300, $150, $40,000. They have problems, genetic issues, because they're mixed with a lot when you're dealing with exotic bullies. So the birds are less hassle, less wrestle. That's what I got in the birds, and to also learn a new stream of income. So I got into the birds. It come with pedigrees like dogs. The pedigrees on the birds is different than the dog, because on the dog you kind of can cap on the pedigree if you know what you're doing. But on a bird, you can't cap on it. It's only one winner, and when they come in, their leg gets scanned. So while they're training, they got a chip on their leg. When they let them out and they come home, the scanner scans their legs as they come into the coop. You know what I'm saying? So you can't cheat with it. So say it's 50 birds you send into one race, and it's 9,000 birds. You come in the top 50th place. Each race is different. Say they got 7,000 birds. The top 200 gonna get paid other than just the top 5 or one bird. If that bird come in 5 seconds before the other birds, he get all the money. So you got people that's winning $250,000 or $70,000-$80,000 just by coming in 8th place. First place don't get all the money. You can be in the top 10 and still get $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. So it's like you got a higher chance of winning large amounts of money if you know what you're doing. So we got into the birds because, like I said, they lay eggs every 10 days. You don't need nothing but some bird food. And you pay, and the dog, you got to clean up after those bird shit don't really smell. You know, bird pee don't really smell. You can clean it once a week. You know what I'm saying? The dogs, you got to clean up every day. They get in the fights. They overheating. You know, the birds, like I said, less hassle, less wrestle. They come with genetics, and those genetics are really proven winners. When you study the genetics on the birds, you see who's proven to win. The grandchildren, the children after that, the cousin, the brother, all of them are winners. If you look at the pedigrees, you want to invest in those birds. So we got franchise slots for people to learn that also. You know what I'm saying? People that want to franchise and raise pigeons and make a residual income from home and not have to worry about going nowhere. You can raise pigeons. The franchise come with 2 birds. We show you how to inbreed, line breed them. You know what I'm saying? You come with an LLC EIN number, just like the dog franchise. But we show you what genetics to go get. Because a lot of people can get in this and not know what to do. They can get a bird and lose. You know what I'm saying? Get a bird and lose it. That's why it's important to get the right genetics. Because every bird is not going to make it back home. And it might have been not a good racing pigeon. We go by birds from Mike Guinness with Wolverine. We go by some of the Best Kittle. You know what I'm saying? They got a genetic called Best Kittle and Kittle. That bloodline has had multiple winners. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of winners. It's proven to win, so a lot of people buy it. After they race the birds, they bid on the birds. When they bid on the bird, it could get into millions of dollars. It's birds that's been sold for $1 million. Birds sold 500, 300. They bid on the winners. Once they fly in, you get paid off that. And if you want to buy your bird back, you pay half the amount you bid it on. Say you bidding with somebody and they get up to 200,000. You only got to pay 100 if you want your bird back, or you can take the 200,000 on top of what you already won. So it's like you getting paid 2-3 times. You send a couple birds and a couple of your birds come in the top places. You get paid 2-3 times. So we got, like I said, Westmont Performance. I'm a co-CEO of it. My partner actually got me on it. He from California. I franchised with him and then I paid him $150 to own 50% of the company. I learned more about it. And now we, like I said, we franchising. And them birds, they go for $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Imagine if you laying eggs every 10 days and you got multiple birds and they selling. You know what I'm saying? So that's millions of dollars that our people don't know about because we was taught bullshit.
And for everybody that's listening, you can't just go outside and catch a bird and think this is what he's talking about.
It's a racing pigeon that comes from genetic. You can try to go outside and catch a bird and try to send it to a race, but you're going to fuck around and lose your bird or it don't come back. These birds are homing pigeons. Their instinct is to go home. So when the birds you send them at 2 months or 3 months. They train them for 4 months. You can't send an adult bird because the younger bird's gonna whoop his ass. He's already old. These birds are hyper. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of energy. They stronger. So you send the birds 2-3 months. They train them for 4 months and then they race them. I forgot the question you just asked me.
Basically, you can't just go outside and grab a pigeon.
Nah, you can't go outside. You can try, but it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Or it might work for you. You can go try to just get a bird.
So how many pigeons race at one time?
It's different stipulations in each race. Some race, they got club races and they got one-off races where one-off races, people race from all over. Club races just locally. You know what I'm saying? And you can get in club races and win $40,000, $50,000 and only cost you $200 or $300 to enter the race. You know what I'm saying? So different stipulations for different races. You got some races that's 3,000 birds. You got some races that's 5,000 birds. The more birds that enter the race, the higher the pot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get good genetics and send it to the $1 million races. They got South African races. They got Indiana Hoosier races. They got races everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They got races in China.
Do they do races in the US?
Yeah. I just went to Indiana. There's more races than I even know, but they got a website for it. It's called Win Companion. You go on Win Companion, it's hundreds of races on there that you can pick and learn the stipulations of the race and figure out which race you want to send your bird to, you know what I'm saying, to compete. But like I said, these are homing pigeons. If your bird don't have good genetics in the homing instinct, it's just gonna fly all over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Home, they're you know how they say you let your dog out, it's gonna find its way back home because it leave its scent. Same thing with the birds.
How much are the prizes for the winner?
Different. Each race is different. So say they got $1 million race and the top 200 get paid. Maybe the first place win 100 something. The second place win 70 something. Then they go down to 40s and 20s. You get paid for training also. You can be in the top 200 places and still get $1,000 and get your money back. You know what I'm saying? That you paid to enter the race.
Right.
So each race is different, but they split the prize money up. It's $1 million race and the money is split in between the top 200 birds.
And people in this industry are making hundreds of thousands.
I went to a guy named Ken Easley house. He's been winning first and second place every year. He said that one of those, he said racing pigeons has paid for his son to go to college. He got Porsche. He got 2 Porsches in his garage and he don't even got number 60 birds, but he got the best genetics. He go fly overseas and go buy some of the best genetics and race it here and win hundreds of $1,000s. So it's multiple people that's getting paid. That race I just went to, it was about 10 people that got paid. And all of them got paid 30, 40, 50, 60,000. And some of them got paid 100, you know what I'm saying? And these things are recorded. They record on the pedigrees. These people that race birds, they talk about it. Just like within the dogs. You'll know when a dog got sold for a bunch of money, or you'll know when a dog is hot because they're going to talk about it, people that's in the industry. So it's like a dog breeding community for the dogs, and it's a bird racing community for the birds. You know what I'm saying? People just got to look into it and get into it to learn it.
It's a million ways to make money, man.
Man, dog breeding, racing pigeons, not only just that, bro, they got people that's making millions of dollars off breeding snakes, bro. And I didn't know this until 2-3 years ago. I ain't want to touch no snake growing up. I didn't know you can make no money off no snake. But I went to a reptile show and I was seeing they was selling snakes for $40,000, $2,500. It was one table I went to, they sold 10 snakes for $2,500 in one day. In a reptile show, they have it for 4 days. So if you go get the right snakes and breed the right snakes, you put your own price on it, but it's a market for each genetic. But you can make your own snake, put your own price on it, take it to the show and sell it. Because there's people that's into reptiles. And the thing that I learned about reptiles and dog shows, the difference is at a dog show, you're going to see blacks and Mexicans. You're not going to see many white people. But when you go to the reptile show, it's number really white people in there. So I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to attack all, you know what I'm saying, races that I can. That's why I got into the racing pigeons. It's nothing but people from overseas. So I'm learning and meeting different peoples and learning different ways that I can, you know what I'm saying, accumulate revenue off of animals.
Right. Why did niggas stop fucking with the original pit bull? You know,
it's people still fuck with them. It's new. These French bulldog. It's a fluffy French bulldog. That's why it's so high. A regular French bulldog could vary from $2,500 to $3,500. You know what I'm saying? It's something up there that's $10. It depends on what all it carries and what color is it. You know what I'm saying? So these only been around probably 2-3 years. That's why they so high. You know what I'm saying? They just had another genetic called, another Frenchie came out named Pink Frenchie. I dropped it on my YouTube channel and it got 200,000 views in a month, just me breeding to the dog. I bred to the first pink that came to the United States, and they paid $250,000 just for the dog. They stud them out for 15, depending on DNA. If your female carry Fluffy and carry Isabella and, you know what I'm saying, higher genetics, it get up to 25,000. So they go get this dog 250,000 and they stud them out for 10 to 15, 20,000 and make that same 250 in a month. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So these dogs haven't been around long enough for people to know how long they live. But I feel like people got away from regular pit bulls because they got new exotic dogs coming out that's actually making money. You can get a pit bull just because you love animals, but this is a new animal. You know what I'm saying? It got hair. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a regular Frenchie. it's interesting learning what colors it could produce and what it can create. That's kind of how I got hooked on it. When I started seeing different colors and learning about the genetics and how much they vary from, when you start producing dogs and you have your own dog and you create a color and you see some online like, hey, I wanna create that color. How can I make it? You know what I'm saying? You learn how to mix and how to blend them, how to mix with this and create that color. You see that color going for higher than what you got. So you chase that color, you know what I'm saying? Or you chase that look. You see that everybody going toward that look, you want to go toward it. Or you have to stay in tune with the market on what's going on. So you stay with pit bulls, you're going to be selling $100, $200 dogs for forever. Right. Once you get into them bullies and get to learning and seeing, if you want to be an actual dog breeder at high ranking, you're going to learn the genetics and learn what's really going on.
I'm going to say about 5-6 years ago, you had a money laundering case.
That about 4 years ago, I had money laundering case. I'm on my way to California. I got $70,000 in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? They pull us over. They like, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? We like, you know what I'm saying? We finna go invest in our clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? We finna go buy some merch. We take our savings and want to go invest it into something when they found the money. But it was like, they was looking for something. We got stopped in Arizona. I went to Mojave County. You know what I'm saying? When they pulled us over, they were like, it's known for bringing money and drugs through there. So it was like they stopped us because our plates. They pulled us over. You know what y'all doing? My partner was driving. He died. And the other guy I had with me, he was on the passenger side. I'm in the back seat. I'm already on probation. So I had just went to court. I had a warrant, but I had just went to court for it, and they lifted the warrant. But I went to court on a Friday, and we got pulled over like on a Saturday. As soon as I left court, I jumped on the road. We hit the road. They pulled us over in Arizona, Mojave County, and then they asked them what's my name. You know, I'm telling them I don't want to talk. You know, they asked them my name. They pulled my name up, and they like, well, you got a warrant still out of Texas. They give us probable cause to search the car. They popped the trunk. They going through my stuff, and they find the money. And they like, what y'all doing with this money? So they take the money. They take the money. So when they take the money, I get out and make a song about it. You know, and back then it wasn't high quality music that was out like I made. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people knew me already from the streets in Fort Worth, Texas. So when I dropped it and it was actually a good song, it went crazy. It spread it all over.
It was a true story.
It was a true story, and it spread it all over Texas. All of, you know what I'm saying, Texas rappers reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? They showed me love and tried to give me the best knowledge they could, but it was a lot of people that you know what I'm saying, just wanted me for the buzz. But I blew up instantly off that. And you know, I gained a large following. The money laundering case, they ended up giving me some of the money back. You know, they wanted to know. I told them I was breeding dogs. They wanted to see proof of the breeding dogs, but I never showed them no proof. So they took some of the money and gave me some of it back.
How much you get back?
I got about 40, 30 back.
Man, police some dirty motherfuckers. You know some of them pocketed that shit, man.
Yeah, it was actually more than what they put on the paper, but you know, it was cool. You know, I got some of the money back. I made the money laundering song that made me a mainstream artist around Texas. You know, a lot of people still play that song. That song still go crazy in the club to this day. You know, every weekend or anytime somebody hear it, they record themselves. You know, I'm a legend in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Based just off money laundering, what all I've been through. I'm showing them some stuff they ain't never seen before, and it's all true.
Yeah. Did you get arrested that day when they took the money?
Yeah, I went to Mojave County for about probably a week. They took the money and charged us with money laundering, but they let us out. They let us out because they said we was eligible for something. I'm thinking my people bonded me out, but I think it's a certain amount of time they can hold you or something.
What's that like, man? You're in Arizona. They took all the money. You're in jail. You don't know what's gonna happen next. What's that like?
I knew what was gonna happen next because I know me. I'm finna go home and go get some more money. So I'm just waiting on the process of trying to get out of here. I didn't know how serious the case was, or I didn't know what they was gonna do about it. But I feel like I didn't do nothing wrong. I I just got money, so I'm finna go home, breed some dogs, make me some merch, and get my money back. I'm thinking they're gonna get my money back. But when I was selling dogs, then I wasn't writing everything down. So when you get in the business, period, you need to make sure you got receipts and keep contracts of everything you're doing, because they taking money. People's getting popped at the airport. People's getting popped on the road for all their money, and niggas just bummed out because that's all they had. That's what I do. I show people how to breed dogs and, become a legitimate business. My franchise is now 40K. It come with LLC, EIN number, the platform, and the dog breeding, the whole dog breeding game from A to Z. Teach you how to line breed, inbreed, and how to actually produce this.
How old were you at that time when they got the money?
18. I think I was 18 or 19.
$70,000. You know what what? When I was 17, 18, having 70,000 wasn't heard of, man. Like
it wasn't heard of. It wasn't really heard of like that out here too. You know what I'm saying? But I stayed away from everybody. That's why I was able to, stay on my business. I wasn't even raised to be in a bunch of bullshit in a bunch of niggas' faces. I was raised to, stick to what I know and who I know, and get my bag. So yeah, the money laundering song went crazy after the money laundering case.
I remember on Say Cheese when we posted that record, that shit went nuts, man.
And back then it wasn't really no negative on Say Cheese like that. It wasn't what's going on now.
It's a lot of trolls now.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of trolls, and it's a whole lot of just dry comments and motherfuckers trying to sell shit. Back then you had real authentic people and real authentic followers that people was fucking with high quality music. So as soon as you dropped it, it hit 100K in a day, and it wasn't really a lot of songs doing that. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was good. Right. So I went viral on that. The money laundering was getting, 1 million views. It was getting 100,000 views a month.
In high school, when you were, when you were a teen, having 50,000, 20,000, that was normal to you?
When I was a teen, it wasn't normal to me, but I knew I was gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? I always had a hustle. And I learned that once you stay away from people, that's when you're gonna save your money. You know what I'm saying? So me having a hustle and me not doing much, I knew how to save my money, and I came from nothing where I don't need a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go out to eat every day. When I was a little boy, my partner was buying chips with the money we hustled for. I wasn't buying no chips. I was going home and eat. Make me a sandwich. I wasn't going to do nothing.
What's the most you ever won shooting dice?
20,000.
And this is you as a teen?
As a teen.
I hear a lot of bad stories about shooting dice, especially when you come up off 20,000. Niggas gonna try to shoot you, rob you, get their money back. When you won this 20,000, was it like a smooth transaction or what?
You have a smooth transaction. You got to know who you're gambling. You can't just go anywhere and gamble anybody. And if you do, you got to know, you know what I'm saying, what could happen. So you got to be on point.
Yeah. I've heard niggas shoot their friends over a little bit of money, over dice.
That's why you got to pick the right friends. And you can't, you know what I'm saying, you got to be around the right people. You can't be around somebody you might even think shoot you over $20,000.
Yeah. So what's that like? You win $20,000 in a dice game. What's that like the day after? Like, do you go
when you win $20,000 and you don't come from shit? You finna go get some with that money to make some more money. You finna go buy you some clothes, and you finna go buy you some shoes, and the rest of it, you probably finna go get you a car.
Yeah.
If you smart. If you're not smart, you're gonna lose it back gambling or fuck it off.
And the streets talk, man. And it's like 17 to probably 19 to 20 years old. Like, I heard a lot of crazy hustle stories about you, man. And I don't want to talk about it because, we're on the internet, but
yeah,
like, how true, you probably know what I'm talking about, but like, how true are these hustle stories?
Man, I've been hustling for a long time, bro. And in order to get to where I'm at now, I had to save and reinvest and stay away from people. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you just know how to hustle and you actually know how to elevate in life. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was hustling. You know what I'm saying? If you come from people that's hustling. So it ain't just about the hustle. You got to know what to do with the hustle.
Yeah.
You gotta like I said, reinvested. Everybody that dropped when I dropped money laundering, that was doing music or doing whatever they was doing, they never succeeded because that's all they knew. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for different ways to hustle, bro. I've been looking for ways to hustle with different people, and you gotta know how to be about your business and not just fuck over people, cause it ain't just about the money. That money ain't nothing but a piece of paper. It's the relationships that's gonna get you rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it was me as a person that got me who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Not just the money or the
Yeah.
hustle. Me meeting good people like me and them knowing I'm good people kept me straight. And it still keep me straight to this day.
Yeah. Because it was like a lot of people knew, you know, the things you were doing in the street at that age.
Wasn't
And,
nobody
you know,
doing it. What I was doing in the streets, wasn't nobody doing it. Everything I was doing in the streets, nobody, our generation, our age, ever seen before. You know, I got an older soul. You know, I got a different way of thinking. So everything, the way I hustled, the way I did my business, nobody never seen it before. So it made them look at me different.
how did you maneuver though? Because at that time you were a target. You know, everybody knew you had money. They knew.
I was only target to people that didn't know me or know my people. In my city, mostly everybody know me or know my people. See, I was raised around people from every side of town other than Como. You know, I was on the east side growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in there heavy, but my family's from the east side. You know what I'm saying? My daddy and them from the south side. So I was able to maneuver because I was related to a lot of people. And like I said, I stay away from a lot of bullshit. You know, I used to go to the projects. A lot of my family stayed in projects, you know. So I know these people as from me being a kid. So when shit go down or shit go sour, they be like, oh nah, he not one of them. You know, I know him. It's a lot of niggas that's stuck in their hood, so they can't move nowhere because you a target, because you can't go over there, nobody know you.
Yeah.
Niggas know me, and they know what I do. You know what I'm saying? They know my people. They know like he not one of them. So it ain't like I'm the biggest or the toughest person in the world. It's just I'm related to a lot of people, and I did, you know what I'm saying, what I did in the streets to where people know don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is some niggas that'll try it or act like they gonna try it. You just gotta know how to move to where you can prevent it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna act like I can't get touched or I ain't nothing ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It's through my trials and tribulations and what I've been through, I learned how to move. I learned who to stay away from. I learned how to read people based off their body language. You know what I'm saying? When you come from the streets, when you really come from the streets and done a lot and seen a lot, you will know when something ain't right. You will know when somebody owns something. But I had to go through a lot of stuff to learn it. I got shot when I was 16, fam.
Damn.
You know, so I learned a lot. You know, I got shot, nigga, at IHOP on free pancake day. Right after I got off a monitor. You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to stay away from people at an early age, and I was doing a lot at a young age to where when I got older, I knew what to stay away from, and I learned my lesson from a lot of stuff. So it's people that's graduate and get in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's people that wasn't raised by the right people, so they don't got enough sense to stay away from that. They want to go see what that's like. But I was been doing that since I was 13 and 14, and I grew up around it, so I know I done been around enough to know what to stay away from.
Was there a dollar amount or a time to where you was like, you know what, I can't do this street shit forever. It's time for me to start rapping, or it's time for me to start. It's time for me to get into the dogs. Did you ever have to save up to an amount, or was it a certain time to where you thought like, man, it's time for me to get out of this lifestyle?
It was like this, bro. I got to selling houses for $100,000, buying and flipping houses. I knew since a young kid that I wanted greater for myself. So once I saved up enough money, I was doing what I was doing, I got away. You know what I'm saying? So it was always what I planned to do, you know what I'm saying, off myself. I wasn't never just stuck in the streets like, man, I'm a street nigga for the rest of my life. This. When you really want something and want to be somebody in life, you tell yourself, hey, I'm gonna do this for this certain amount of time and I'm gonna get away. You know what I'm saying? So I got to
buying and selling houses, bro. And I went and got me some acres. You know what I'm saying? I built a big ass 2-story house. I built a house on the acres, and I built my facility behind it and got away. And right then, when I built the facility and moved out my dogs, that's when my dog business started picking up even more. So it was like, what the fuck I'm gonna go back there and go be with them niggas for and do what they do when I'm way over, when I done already made it. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense for me to go pick up none or go risk my life out there with them when I got a 3-story house out here.
Yeah.
With glass everywhere. And I built this, I designed this. A lot of niggas can't design no house. My mama and them, my daddy and them don't know how to build no house. They don't know nothing about no deed. They don't know nothing about no business account. You know what I'm saying? So through my trials and tribulations, I learned a lot, and I knew what I was raised. What I was raised to go do as far as like do something different. Nigga, I was terrible as a kid, bro. I remember one time my daddy looked at me like, son, why you want to be like that when I already been like that? That it's easy to be like that. Anybody can do what you doing. Yeah. So when he told me that, it stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to be mature in the mind to understand what he's saying. So you can tell somebody so many times. I tell my little brother, man, I tell my little brother back to back, but it's like he still come through and do what he do the same. You know, my brother do music. He be hanging with them B4B niggas. Little what's his name? Little PMG. You know
yeah, PMG guy. Yeah,
he was running tough with PMG, and I'm telling him like, hey fool, nigga did all that, bro. It ain't get a nigga nowhere. So why you doing it? But he just kept doing it. Now he probably finna go sign for some time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Doing too much. So you can tell somebody, but if they mind not mature enough, they just not gonna get it. And I was just blessed to have a mature mind. You know what I'm saying? I was just blessed from God to have the mind that I have, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be one of the greatest to ever do it. You know, some people tell you ain't nobody doing what I'm doing, or haven't nobody did what I've done. You know what I'm saying? Cause I had a mature mind.
Right. Speaking of being a businessman, you made a crazy business move with Finesse 2 Times when he got out. You was like one of the first artists on that.
I was the first person to ever get a feature from Finesse 2 Times when he got out. I put it on Off the Porch, you know what I'm saying? That it went crazy. I was supposed to drop it before he even dropped his video, but I was kind of dragging on dropping it because I wanted to get the audio out right. You know what I'm saying? So when I dropped it on my YouTube channel went crazy. Finesse fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? As much as he could and show love, but you know, he been incarcerated. He really didn't know what was going on. He really couldn't believe like what the fuck was really going on when he got out. You know what I'm saying? So he was with me being the first person to get a feature from, he kind of in the days, he like, damn, what's really finna go on next? Yeah. But I put him on that Off the Porch, and that motherfucker, they still listen to it to this day.
Yeah. Man, 30 Rich, man, you one of a kind, man. You ahead of your time. Like
I'm way really ahead of my time, and it's time for somebody to show others how to be ahead of their time. It's people out here lost. Yeah. It's niggas that just like me that come from what I come from that don't know what to do next. They got $250,000, don't know what to put it into. You know, so I feel like it's I'm the person that can show them what to put that into, where they don't gotta ever go broke again or worry about doing what they used to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got my acres. You know, I build my house, I build my facility in the back. I got the franchise mentorship, the course. You know, I do the pigeon races. I'm in the reptile, showing people how to do it, bro. You know, these snakes, they got a website called Morph Market. It's a market for snakes, you know, and they selling them for 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000. So we got the reptiles, and I got my own shop coming out, pet store, where we doing progesterone, ultrasound, AION, TCI, the dog breeding business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I'm shedding the light, bro. You know, it ain't just me. I made it. I'm straight.
But before we get out of here, there are a lot of people in the music game that are trying to be the next 30 Rich. Everybody wants a dog now. Everybody is starting their kennels and think they know what they're doing. For all the people in the music industry who are watching this, what do you have to say to these people?
Hey, come see me, man. Tap in with 30 Rich, man. You want to learn how to breed dogs. You want the high quality dogs. You don't have to want to worry about a dog dying on you. You don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Follow my Instagram, Top Dollar Kennels _CEO, 30 Rich D Business. Spell it out correct. 30 RICH THEBUSINESS. 30 Rich to Business. I can get you fluffy Frenchies. I can get you pinks. You know, I drop litters back to back so I can get you better deals than what another motherfucker gonna give you and give you some bullshit. Somebody that don't know what it is. You want to start your breeding kennel, your breeding businesses. You want to raise pigeons. You want to get into reptiles. Whatever you want to do, tap in with me. We can politic. You know what I'm saying? It's time for somebody to do something different. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. I met Sean Cotton 3 years ago, and we did not know we was gonna be here this day, and I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have a strong mind and I wasn't about my business. I'm very different than everybody that's around where I'm from as far as DFW area, you know what I'm saying? As far as Texas, a lot of niggas is far behind me and they can't catch up because they not mentally ready. So if you want to become mentally ready and keep elevating into something different, tap into 30 Rich, follow the movement. I got 30 Rich YouTube channel where we showing people how to raise pigeons so they can learn about it. Got the course coming out. I got a course, www.tdkmentorship.com. I put that on the end of my Finesse 2-time video for people to go join the waiting list for the course. I'm showing people how to breed dogs from A to Z. My course probably $5,000, but you know, you're gonna make 10 times that investment in your first year. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention and learn it and you write everything down, you know what I'm saying? Or you can tap in with the franchise. I can fast forward your whole dog breeding program. $40,000 for the franchise, no matter where you at. We'll get you some high quality dogs. I'm gonna go buy you the best shit. We're gonna put it on YouTube. We're gonna put it on Instagram. We're gonna breed the dog. I'm gonna show you how to inbreed it, line breed it, and build your clientele in the dog breeding business.
It's a lot of people who I see copy you and follow your steps.
If they from Texas, they copying 30 Rich. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no doubt about it. My sayings, the no play, the business, the all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm him. You know what I'm saying? I'm the young goat. I brought the goat in here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, only nigga in Texas really can fuck with me. I say Sauce. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Sauce, I wouldn't have this chain. I fuck with Sauce tough, but it's not many people pushing a positive image and actually succeeding in life. Period. You know what I'm saying? TSF, that's the biggest in Texas, man. East of the West, the best of the best. 30 Rich. I'm still not done with my music. Like I said, I don't just drop just to drop. Everything I drop, you know what I'm saying, be real and it be authentic. So people that know me and people that been around and people that been in tune to me since I came out, they still listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just in a rush to just drop music, because that shit be here one day and it be gone if it ain't quality, or they never gonna fuck with it. But the real and the streets gonna fuck with you. I ain't really too much worried about it because I can make that same money breeding dogs, breeding reptiles, racing pigeons. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, East to West.
Yeah, and I feel like with the music, I feel like you never really went super crazy. Like you never went crazy for 6 months to a year, just straight music.
Cause I've been in the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just in there just dry saying stuff. You got niggas that get on songs and motherfuckers say, man, we tired of hearing them say that. He's saying the same thing. Everything I drop, everything I drop sound different. Every song don't never sound the same, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming with different vibes, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming talking about money, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, what I've been through. I'm not on there just saying I'm gonna kill a op and drop a op and I'm gonna go fuck a nigga bitch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That song with Finesse, you know, that motherfucker went crazy, but a lot of people didn't understand it because they don't know where I come from. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't do what it was supposed to because they like, man, who is this nigga talking about? He jumped off the porch with a bell and a scale. He had no choice. He was forced. He couldn't resist. You know what I'm saying? But the way I said it, it was different than what they heard it. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention and really listen to it and you come from where I come from, you gon' fuck with it if you know who I am. Now if you don't know who I am and you ain't come from what I come from, it ain't even for you. What all have you heard about me?
Man, come on, man.
You say you've been hearing a lot, and a lot of people tell you, a lot of people copy me, and a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, tell you about me. What they tell you about me, you know? I want to know what you heard.
Shit, the dogs is the main thing, man. Everybody knows you got that shit on lock, man. And it's a lot of people that seen you winning and they seen your lifestyle changed and like you just said, you just bought the 10 acres and you're doing this and you're doing that, you're traveling. People are seeing that and they're copying your blueprint because it's working. And a lot of people feel like, you know, if I do what he does, it could be the same results for me, but it's not like that. That's not how life is.
That's why you tap in with the blueprint. You don't go.
You gotta tap in.
You don't go try to do it yourself because you gonna fumble because you don't know how to be 30 rich.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna prevent you from making the same mistakes I made or going through what I went through. That's what you paying me for, so you don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I see so many people try to make a Say Cheese or a blog, but they not tapped in. They don't know the ins and outs. You feel what I'm saying?
They haven't did the footwork in the streets and made the connections you have, so they can't do it. You can make a blog, but if you ain't been everywhere and tapped in with people everywhere, they not gonna relate to you. They not gonna know who you are. I travel a lot, and everywhere I go, I'm promoting Top Dollar Kennels. I'm promoting Westmont Performance. I'm promoting no matter where I'm at, so that they can know me everywhere. A lot of people, a little mind, they think they can just make a blog and it's gonna go anywhere, but it takes footwork. You've been doing this for years and years and years.